Oh, this is such a bad decision.
Brodie's deciding to cut out a space on his $20 fenders because when he turns the wheel, no matter what he does with his caster adjustment, the tire touches the front here. So he's trying to chop that out, and I don't think it's ever going to look decent at all, but I've seen other people do that, and I mean, it's pretty much his only option other than putting different wheels on it.
Which, I mean...
Which is also a viable option.
We could do that, but I feel like no matter what wheels I'm kind of running, I'm always going to run into this issue.
There's a good chance of it.
With this much caster.
Yeah, the wheels sit very far forward. They weren't really that big of a problem up until we just got the alignment yesterday.
Yeah, they put it from like 7.3 caster to 9.5. So they put a significant amount on, which, I mean, it feels great, but now practicality wise, I'm kind of realizing my mistakes. Should have dialed it back just a little bit.
He's realizing his mistakes.
Yes, he is. Oh!
It's close, but it's still touching.
These are gonna look outrageous.
Very close.
I gotta trim up here too.
And then if you hit a bump at the same time,
game over. Game over. These things blow up into pieces.
I doubt it. But. So he's now taking the time to cut out this other fender before we finish sanding and painting it. It's devastating, honestly.
It looks hideous.
It looks absolutely hideous for sure. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Maybe we'll fill it with something else. But either way, I mean, hopefully that will help with the clearance issues.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. I mean, these things were really cheap and they don't look good in the first place, so.
And I doubt anyone's really even gonna notice like that.
Yeah, they'll notice it.
I don't know. At a quick glance, I don't notice that they're cut.
That is completely unnoticeable. I had no idea that that was cut.
Didn't say it's...
Not even a creeping suspicion.
Fuck you.
But yeah, we were talking about maybe rounding it out a little bit more just to make it like, you know, slightly less noticeable. It's always going to be something that you see if you actually take the time to scrutinize it.
Better?
It feels stiffer, doesn't it?
A lot stiffer. That's what I thought. Definitely travels more too.
Feels a lot more like Courtney's now that I really think about it. Yeah, it's just weird. I'm wondering if that is just the adjustment, why it has this little bit of play here, because that's like...
I think it's the dampener.
Do you have a dampener?
No.
Then how is it the dampener?
Because the dampener's supposed to be in there.
No, it's not the dampener.
You sure?
Yes.
I don't know.
It might be the pedal adjustment. Like I said, there is play in there that I remember seeing, I think. I just don't really have the back to want to lay across this shit anymore. I've done that a couple times, and that was a couple times too many.
Cam's been plastic welding my headlight hosing back together because it was broken. We'll probably just lay some Bondo on after.
Yeah, this entire section was completely missing, and this was broken through the middle. I mean, it looks like shit, but I can't believe I got this back into one piece. Like, this entire thing was just not there at all. So I don't think it's the same type of plastic, but it should hold up for now. And then, I mean, we'll do something to smooth it out. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
Maybe spot putty would work on this, honestly, because it really doesn't need, like, too much.
Give it a go.
And then I need to fix this, too. Like how it kind of bows out a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, no, it came out pretty good.
This wang looks awesome. Or roof spoiler.
Aside from some of the scuffs, because when we left, it fell over face first onto the grass.
Yeah.
While wet.
Did you ever get to lay another layer on it? Or no?
Oh, come on. I think you should just stick it on because it looks so good.
Might as well. Just like these fenders. Sup, dude?
Hey!
Easy!
Alright guys, I'm going to show you some bike tricks today. This one's called riding up a hill.
Impressive.
Send it off the wall.
No, Jake, no way.
I think someone else has before. I don't remember who it was.
Alright, so once you complete this trick, you can level up to the next part of the trick. It's called going down a hill. Oh boy! We did it!
Incredible.
The most eventful thing I've seen all day.
So, I put some spot putty on this, and it's never going to be like perfect, but it's kind of crazy to think that that was non-existent just earlier today. There's like a mesh melted into the back, and I added all that plastic, so that will be ready to paint after some sanding. Keanu's been sanding this for the day. I put a ton of spot putty on this to fill in a ton of imperfections, and it looks like that's going to do quite a bit for it during the next layer. Still got a bit of work to do.
Yeah, we still gotta feather out the top edge here as well.
I'm super nervous about this stuff, but we'll see how that goes. I really need to find a better method. We don't have a good enough welder to weld in like real metal. Never buy one of these Job Smart Tractor Supply welders, because no matter what your settings are, what technique you use, it's pretty much guaranteed to come out like shit.
So we got the fender on and the headlight bucket back on. Needs probably like another coat, but for right now, looks a million times better than it did, because you know there's not a huge hole right there. We put the other fender back on, and the paint looks absolutely awful. You can even see it in the camera, it looks bad. But all in all, it actually fits pretty well. The cut doesn't look too bad, like I'm still gonna have to work on that cut, but I mean, no, it's definitely fucking noticeable. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that, really. Too late to turn back now, right? But, did notice this side looks a lot higher than the left side. I don't know if it's because of wacky fender fitment or just because my ride height's off, but I'm guessing it's probably a combination of both. So eventually I'll raise this up, or I'll get smaller spacers in the front and lower it a little bit more. Who knows? I don't. But yeah, car's just about all brown, except, you know, this beautiful roof. But I'd say probably 2 more weeks we should have this thing brown.
Don't quote him on that, please.
Hey, next week I have 3 days off. So
you're gonna be sanding?
Yep. One full day of sanding, I think, like me and you, probably Keanu. 1 full day dedicated to this roof, it should be brown. That's my guess.
That's gonna feel like a day well spent. Nothing like throwing a whole day of your life away for that.
Hey, we've put in so many hours and so much time. Like, we started this when I first got the car almost. And now we're finally trying to finish it up. But yeah. Alignment's super aggressive. That wheel frame is weak. This side is awesome. Dang.
I think it's getting close to time for a cleanup.
Yep. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna clean up and then I'm gonna get out of here. I got work at 7:30 tomorrow.